Now on CoastTV News.
It's starting out chilly on our Tuesday morning, then a taste of spring later today as temperatures soar into the 60s away from the coast. Mild into the late week time period with some showers Thursday. Details coming up.
Maryland math makeover, what state officials are considering to address some of the worst test scores in the nation.
They jack up the prices on drinks, hotels, and food. I think parking should be the least of their worries.
Facing more parking fines, you just heard some of the frustration in Ocean City, and we look at the hike being proposed.
Railroad revamp, the improvements planned for this area in Georgetown that people there say are needed.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensing.
Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
And some big swings in temperatures.
Yeah.
You get that winter feel at this time of the morning,
It's
Elisa,
not too bad,
but
though.
in a few hours, it's actually going to feel like spring has sprung.
That is good news because last year we really went through it. Not last year, last week we really went through it. But first, our meteorologist Bob Trahey is going to tell us a little bit more about this forecast that's headed in the right direction. Good morning, Bob.
Yeah, good morning, Elisa, Matt. Good morning, Delmarva. We love when that mercury is climbing, and we're looking at mild temperatures later today. Cool out the door, but we're above freezing everywhere. We're in the 30s from Salisbury to Redden, 40 in Ocean City, 43 in Rehoboth, 37 in Georgetown right now. And our winds have shifted out of the south and west, and that is a warm weather direction. And we're looking at those southwesterly winds that will be picking up as we go through time. You can see right now those winds are light out of the southwest around 4 to 8 miles per hour, and that will be bringing in milder air later today. We're seeing a few clouds out there. Otherwise, things are quiet. We're watching high pressure sliding offshore. We're getting into a southwesterly flow. I am tracking some showers across the Ohio Valley, but I think these will dry up before they get here. Maybe some clouds later on. So futurecast this morning, we start in the 30s, but quickly warming into the 40s to close to 50 by mid-morning. By noon, look at this, low 60s away from the coast, but at the beaches, that water temperature is still cold. So we're still in the 40s and 50s there pretty much all afternoon, while inland areas around 62 to 64, and maybe some of those clouds as we go into the afternoon hours. But it is a taste of spring for today. Up and down temperatures the next several days, some spring-like showers by Thursday. More on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks, Bob. We're getting a live look now at the canals in Ocean City. Not a lot of activity, or for even this time of the year. That is key, though, for a project about to get underway in that area. An update on the story that we've been covering happening today. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources will begin dredging in Ocean City. And if you take a look at your screen, we're going to show you the Isle of Wight. This is from our Coast Copter. This is the area dredging is intended for. We went to Ocean City and spoke with the owner of a business on the West Ocean City Harbor that caters to recreational and commercial fishing. He thinks now is the right time to start dredging before the waves of boats start crashing in.
It's been the heaviest winter we've seen in years. So, right now there's really no one fishing here. So this is probably the best time to do it, rather than spring and summer.
Current plan targets the shallow waters near Buoy 13. That's near the Route 50 bridge and the intersection of the Inlet and Isle of Wight channels.
Also happening today, Sussex County Council is set to discuss possible property tax exemptions for seniors and those who are disabled. This comes as the county is in the property tax reassessment, and this is important because some households could end up paying more in property taxes after that reassessment. The Sussex County Council will meet today at 9 a.m.
Just a couple of hours from now, the Maryland Board of Education will host a public hearing on a proposed math policy. According to the board, a big part of this includes shortening the time students take Algebra 1 and 2. That change would begin in the 2027-2028 school year. The board says students need this because according to a national assessment in 2022, Maryland 4th and 8th grade students, they're ranked 43rd in the nation for percentage of students being proficient or above in math. This public hearing takes place during the board's meeting at 9 a.m.
Make sure you're parking legally when you visit Ocean City, because happening today, the Ocean City Council will discuss a possible price hike for parking fines. If approved, certain parking fines will be doubled while special events are taking place. For example, the July 4th fireworks or the cruising event. According to Ocean City manager, they believe this would be a good way to encourage people to park legally during the busiest parts of the season, while others think it's just another way for the town to make money.
It's a big boost to the economy, bringing extra people when they're spending the money. They jack up the prices on drinks, hotels, and food. I think parking should be the least of their worries to try to make a quick extra dollar.
After the proposal is presented, the Ocean City Council will then discuss how to move forward. And speeding fines have already increased when it comes to special event zones in Ocean City. Things like endless summer cruising, the July 4th fireworks, and the Ocean City Christmas Parade. These are just examples of a few when those special event zones are in place, and a time for drivers to be extra careful when on the road.
Yeah, this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should OC handle event parking issues?
So far, 51% of voters say free shuttles, 31% say more garages, 10% stricter enforcement, 8% lower parking fees. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so on CoastTV.com or on our mobile app.
Developing news in Georgetown, where officials there are looking at safety improvements to the railroad, particularly on East Market Road. The town council is discussing plans for a DelDOT project with new crosswalks and the repaving of that road. People who live in Georgetown say improvements are definitely needed.
There's the lines had to be repainted and maybe even put a flashing yellow light with a sign saying, you know, pedestrians crossing, because there's been quite a few times I've almost been hit. And my fiance and my sister have walked across there, and, you know, people just don't pay attention.
DelDOT is expected to start work on this project in early April.
New this morning, fallen officer Andrew Duar is being honored after he died Saturday during a hospital shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital in Pennsylvania. On your screen right now is the procession that took place in Pennsylvania on Monday. And as you can see, firefighters and EMS vehicles lined overpasses along the route to show their respect for Officer Duar. Duar was a former OCPD officer.
Now taking a live look at our nation's capital. More confusion for millions of federal workers this morning after a midnight deadline passed, sent an email they got over the weekend. It asked workers to list 5 things they accomplished last week, and some agency heads told their employees not to respond.
But now the author of that email, Elon Musk, says once again employees who do not comply will be fired. NBC's Alice Barr shows us why the president is defending the inquiry and now other U.S. leaders are responding.
A new twist this morning after the midnight deadline passed on that controversial email asking government workers to explain what they did on the job last week. Department of Government Efficiency head Elon Musk posting overnight, quote, failure to respond a second time will result in termination. That after the Trump administration told the heads of federal agencies that responding was voluntary. And several departments dealing with classified information, including state, justice, and defense, told employees to wait or not reply, even as President Trump defended the demand.
What he's doing is saying, are you actually working?
A California lawsuit by a coalition of labor unions aims to block any firings connected to the email. Mark Smith represents Veterans Affairs nurses.
When I go to my own healthcare provider, I want that provider to be laser focused on my care. I don't want that provider to have to be worrying about emails that they're getting from some unelected billionaire.
While at a town hall in Missouri, a large crowd confronted one Republican representative.
We are being discounted by those in Washington, claiming that we're the swamp and we're the fraud, waste, and abuse. No.
Lawmakers divided.
Asking people to justify their work, I think, is a reasonable step.
There is a way to do this that is proper, that is lawful, and also treats our federal employees with a little bit of dignity.
3 sources tell NBC News responses to the email would be fed into an advanced AI system to determine whether an employee's work is mission critical, leaving federal workers at a critical crossroads. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, tear down in Dewey, the resources that will be available after a new building finishes construction.
Also, making change in Milton will tell you what issues are top of mind for some locals in town as the election is now only days away.
And suggested egg solution, the latest attempt by U.S. officials to bring down the cost of eggs in the country. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com now.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we're exploring a unique new community where beautiful homes meet a true sense of belonging. Then, in our great debate, we discuss if pineapple should really be on pizza. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
It is 5:12 on a chilly Tuesday morning, not especially cold, 41 in Dover right now. We're above freezing. Bay Health Camp showing some clouds out there right now as we're looking at temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. So, yeah, it's chilly, but I think maybe marginally scraping frost in some inland areas. But the breeze is keeping those frost chances down, and they're coming out of the southwest, and that wind will warm us up today. We're seeing some clouds moving through. Otherwise, we're looking at, well, mostly sunny skies back to the west later today and some showers across the Ohio Valley. I think those will dry out before they get here, but I've noticed a lot of car washes pretty busy lately. The next couple of days looking good to wash the car, add the wax, yes, but then by Thursday with showers, I think the car wash forecast does go downhill a little bit.
New this morning, Delaware officials will continue to investigate the cause of this big crash that you see right there on your screen. According to the Greenwood Volunteer Fire Company, first responders arrived at the scene on Shawnee Road. The company says the crash happened a little after 9 a.m. on Monday.
Happening today for those who need food assistance, there's a mobile food pantry in Greenwood. The Food Bank of Delaware is hosting the pantry from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Greenwood United Methodist Church. And to participate, you'll need to bring proof that you live in Delaware.
Traffic alert for you if you drive in Salisbury. The city says Culver Road, this is from Willing Drive to Pemberton Drive, that'll be closed now until Friday. This is for maintenance. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. while crews work there.
The current U.S. egg shortage has led businesses to look for supply beyond our borders. According to the American Farm Bureau Federation, Turkey is the only country the United States imports eggs from. Turkey is set to export 420 million eggs to the U.S. this year, and experts warn the increase in egg imports won't make much of a dent in America's egg shortage, especially if the bird flu continues to claim the lives of birds at its current pace.
Crafting and fabrics retailer Joann set to close all of its locations. This follows the company's auction sale to a new ownership group. The chain did file for bankruptcy twice over the last year with plans to keep some locations open, but now Joann says it will close all of its more than 800 100 locations.
Still ahead, Making Change in Milton will give you a preview to where some candidates stand on top issues impacting the town.
It's a chilly and dry Tuesday morning, 35 in Salisbury on the Spicer Brothers cam right now. We're looking at a taste of spring as we go through our Tuesday as temperatures soar into the 60s. A little colder at the beaches and remaining mild the next few days. Some showers on Thursday and then a colder Friday. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
This is a community where my zaniness fits in just fine. Because I go to Rehoboth Beach, they love me because I'm zany. I go to Lewis, they love me because I'm zany, I guess. Or they tolerate me, you know. I go to Milton, I go to Salisbury, and just people are more accepting than you would typically give them credit for. That's an overall wonderful, even playing field is connecting with people, regardless of the background or the culture. It is really surprising how diverse this particular area along the coast is specifically.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Time is 5:17 and you are looking live at Ocean City. Now last week we did see some ice in that water that you see in your screen there, Bob, but that is not the case today.
No more. No more. Not saying for the rest of the year, but temporarily, Matt. And so that's good to see as we have temperatures above freezing. Do want to talk about our daylight. You're probably noticing by the evening hours, it's nice now, staying light until about 6 p.m. or a little later. Now today, the sun is setting at 5:50. As we go into the week ahead, March 4th, it jumps up to 5:57. And then look at that, the sun sets after 7 on March 11th. Why? Because the clocks go ahead 1 hour in a couple of weeks, and then by March 18th, that sun is setting at 7:11 as the days are getting longer and eventually warmer as well. We're looking at warmer conditions today with lower 60s inland, cooler at the beaches as some clouds arrive. Wednesday through Thursday, it's mild. Temperatures staying some 10 to 15 degrees above average. They're cool this morning. We have temperatures in the 30s and 40s at the beaches, 44 Rehoboth, 44 in Bethany Beach, 37 in Georgetown, 39 in Delmarva, but everybody is above freezing as we have a southwesterly breeze right now, and that will bring in milder air for today as we're looking at mostly clear skies right now, some clouds from time to time. Otherwise, a good-looking pattern across the mid-Atlantic, some showers off to the north across Pennsylvania, also across the Ohio Valley, but I think these will dry up before they get here, but I think we'll see some clouds later on and slightly cooler air behind this front across the northern plains could cool us off a little bit. But all in all, we're staying pretty mild as we go through the next couple of days. Here's Futurecast this morning. Upper 30s to around 40 degrees and temperatures quickly rising to close to 50 by 9 a.m. 49 in Millsboro, 50 in Lewis. But with the cold Atlantic Ocean water, temperatures staying in the 40s, I think, from Fenwick Island up to Dewey Beach today. Maybe 50s into Rehoboth Beach, maybe 62 in Lewis. Lewis, and then lower 60s from Salisbury into Millsboro and Seaford. Then I think we'll see some clouds sweeping through as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. Still staying pretty nice with temperatures into the 50s, falling into the 40s, and eventually upper 30s as we go into Wednesday morning. And then for your Wednesday, a little cooler into the afternoon hours with 50s to close to 60 inland areas and 40s at the coast. We do have that milder trend right now with that surge of warmth through Thursday, but there is a cold front that will bring some showers, I think, into Thursday, spring-like showers, nothing all that heavy as far as the rain goes, and then looking at a cooler pattern as we go into Friday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, kind of a roller coaster ride, 62 today, 58 Wednesday, then some showers on Thursday, 62, much cooler Friday, 50 degrees, and then it's back to the mild weather Saturday, 61, and then much colder Sunday and Monday as March comes in kind of lion-like with lower 40s, overnight lows into the 20s. Congratulations to Jody Satterfield from Willards, Maryland. She is the proud owner of a new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Yeah, I've seen worse starts to March, Bob, than what you're forecasting
right
there. In Milton, the municipal election there is Saturday, March 1st, with 3 people running to fill 2 town council seats. One of the issues people living in the town have is a lack of parking. Here is what the candidates have to say about that.
The town is looking at ways that is most equitable to have that cost covered.
I'm not a real big fan of the proposals that went to the, I believe it was the Finance Committee.
Voting will take place from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that will be at the Milton Fire Department.
Up next on Coast TV News today, tear down in Dewey will tell you why one town commissioner says the new town hall will be an exciting upgrade for the area. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready to run, walk, or stroll for a great cause. The 12th annual Lucky Leprechaun 5K is back in Milton on Sunday, March 9th. Start your day with a fun 5K at 11 a.m. Then stick around for the 17th annual Milton St. Patrick's Day Parade at 2. Your race supports the Milton Fire Department, the Milton Chamber of Commerce, and the Women's Club of Milton. Sign up now for just $35 or $40 on race day. Don't miss this St. Patrick's Day tradition. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
I'm very passionate in what I do. I care about what I do. I try to be perfect. I know you can't be perfect, especially with weather. You have the challenge of the ocean being so close, and that poses a challenge in the winter when we get snowstorms. What direction the wind's blowing, that's going to play a role in who sees snow. Do the best you can to keep the public in the safest position you possibly can.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Coast TV News can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
Demolition is underway in Dewey Beach on the town hall and government offices, and soon Dewey Beach will have a building with a number of services in it. Town leaders say mold problems in the old building and limited space are 2 of the big reasons for this upgrade.
So the new place is going to have the police department, our administrative offices, EMS, our courthouse. Everything is going to be in this new building, and it won't have mold, and we'll have enough space for everything, and it's just so exciting.
Officials say Sussex EMS's new location here will improve response times and refurbish the town's police department. And we have warmer temperatures this week, which is nicer. It might make it a little bit more bearable if you're walking on the boardwalk, but you'll want to remember to wear your jacket still.
Yeah, I think for some it could be a windbreaker. If I were on the board, I'd probably go with something heavier.
Probably.
I think so. I would layer up a little bit, maybe a little polar fleece and then a windbreaker outside, maybe even a hat. It's going to be colder at the beaches, guys, because of the colder Atlantic Ocean. We've got 60s inland, but I think we're only looking at lower 50s for Ocean City and then mid 50s for Fenwick Island. Keep in mind there will be a southwest breeze as well, not especially strong. Bundle up if you're taking the ferry up to Cape May, looking at temperatures in the mid 50s there. The same for Rehoboth, around 1 to 2 foot waves on the ocean. On the Bayside, cooler for you, mid 50s for Cambridge into the afternoon, and lots of sun, lower 50s into the Crisfield area. We'll be looking at up and down temperatures the next several days. Some showers by Thursday. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
After the break on Coast TV News today, debate over Donovan Smith homes. We'll tell you why some locals may not be on board with the idea of bringing over 30 more homes to the community.
Also, project to progress railroad safety, why some people in Georgetown are looking forward to a DelDOT project near these railroad tracks.
And dredging project progress will tell you why now could be a better time to dredge in Ocean City compared to the warmer months. Coast TV News today will be right back.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at ocmdfilmfestival.com.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's starting out chilly on our Tuesday morning, then a taste of spring later today as temperatures soar into the 60s away from the coast. Mild into the late week time period, some showers Thursday. Details coming up.
Improvements coming. That is what is hoped for there in Ocean City as a key project begins ahead of the busy summer season.
Fixing failing grades, we look at what Maryland officials are proposing to address declining math scores.
Repairs near railroad, improvements planned for this Georgetown area, and why some there say it is needed and needed now.
This is Coast TV News Today.
February 25th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, time is 5:29. I got this one from Bob before we went on the air. Today's date, 2/25/2025. 2025.
I didn't even realize that, but it's crazy. It's February 25th already. March is coming. Then it's summertime.
Then it's summertime, baseball season.
It's a good time. It's a good time. But Bob, those temperatures today, they're looking promising, a little bit more like springtime. Love to see it.
Oh, absolutely. And good morning, Elisa and Matt. Yes, we're looking nicer as we go into the afternoon. A taste of spring. A little cooler at the beaches. We'll get to that in a second, but we're in the 30s inland areas, maybe scraping a little bit of frost around Salisbury, 35, 37 in Georgetown, but everybody's above freezing. Roads are good, 41 in Ocean City, 44 in Rehoboth, and we've got a southwesterly breeze, and that will allow us to warm up today. We've got a few clouds out there right now, but nothing in the way of precipitation. A few showers off to the north, also across the Ohio Valley, but I think this will dry out as it gets here. Later today, maybe a few clouds, but that's about it. Here's Futurecast as we have a quick warm-up. By mid-morning, close to 50. By noon, lower 60s in Millsboro, but 40s and 50s at the coast. So a little chillier there with the Atlantic Ocean breeze. And then we're looking at lower 60s inland and some clouds as we go into the evening hours. For the kiddos off to the bus stop, don't need to bundle up as much as they have the last few days, but still chilly, 38. And then they can carry that jacket home. 62 heading home off the bus. A milder afternoon and mostly sunny.
Thank you, Bob. We are now going to take a live look outside at Ocean City, and work here is being done to ensure the area is easier for anglers to have better access to the town's waterways. And happening today, an update on a story we've been covering. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources will begin dredging in Ocean City. If you take a look at your screen, now you can see the Isle of Wight from our coast copter, and this is the area dredging is intended for. The current plan targets that shallow water near the buoy 13. And this is near the Route 50 bridge in the intersection of the Inlet and Isle Wight channels. Some locals say now is a better time for this project as opposed to the busy summer and spring seasons.
Also happening today, Sussex County Council expected to discuss possible property tax exemptions for seniors and those who are disabled. This comes as the county is in the property tax reassessment. This is important because some households could end up paying more in property taxes after the reassessment is complete. County Council will meet today at 9 a.m.
Also happening today, the Maryland Board of Education will host a public hearing on the proposed math policy. According to the board, a big part of this policy includes shortening the time students take Algebra 1 and 2. The change would begin in the 2027-2028 school year, and the board says students need this because according to a national assessment, in 2022, Maryland 4th and 8th grade students ranked 43rd in the nation for the percentage of students being proficient or above in math. The public hearing takes place during the board's meeting this morning at 9 a.m. And more safety and a signal, that's what's coming to a railroad in Georgetown. There's new plans to improve East Market Street in the town.
Yeah, this is a key area. It's where the railroad tracks cross, and CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us why town leaders and people who live in Georgetown are looking forward to the project's completion.
Safety improvements for the railroad on East Market Street in Georgetown. That was a big item on the town council's agenda Monday night, and a project DelDOT is getting ready to complete. These improvements involve sidewalk and curb upgrades, brick removal, and coordination with railroad infrastructure to improve pedestrian access. Dale Shiles, who lives in Georgetown, walks near the railroad every day. He told CoastTV it's the crosswalks nearby that need the most attention.
It's really important, and I cross that street usually during the week between Mondays and Fridays, and actually it's a pain because people don't pay attention and they just don't keep an eye out for pedestrians.
Town manager Gene Dvornik gave the report from DelDOT.
Georgetown's becoming a more walking community, and we do have a significant amount of businesses here on the East Market Street corridor, so make it that much safer to get from one side of town across railroad tracks to the businesses on this side.
DelDOT is expected to start work on this project at the beginning of April, with completion only a week later. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
Lewis Planning Commission is considering giving conditional use. This would add 31 more homes in the Donovan Smith neighborhood. There have been a lot of debate within this community.
And there's one empty lot that could eventually be a new manufactured home. The developer wants to build throughout this area, but some people CoastTV spoke with say there's just not room for new development.
I don't think there's room for 31. They might be lucky they get 15 or 20 in here. It might make it a little crowded in here. You know, it'd be nice if they set up like a park or something for the children that'll probably be coming in with these trailers, because there's not much room to do around here.
Now, all the people currently living there, they don't have to pay utilities. They were grandfathered in about 20 years ago. What is not clear is what the situation will be for the new people if those 31 homes are approved. Now, you may recall 3 years ago, the city of Lewis annexed Donovan Smith community. That was so it could extend its sewer service and hopefully fix those long-term sewage and water problems. In 2024, water and sewer lines were replaced as part of a project that integrated the neighborhood within the city's infrastructure. That was after a new law was created, the Clean Water Trust, to protect Delaware waterways and rebuild the state's drinking water infrastructure.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and calls for clarity are growing around an email asking federal employees what they did last week. It's now the past response deadline listed on the email, but Elon Musk is doubling down. He says employees will get another chance to submit answers or face termination. This follows guidance from several federal agencies that say they don't want their employees to answer. Now lawmakers are divided on the directives from Musk.
Asking people to justify their work, I think, is a reasonable step.
There is a way to do this that is proper, that is lawful, and also treats our federal employees with a little bit of dignity.
According to NBC, some House Republicans, that a group of them is set to meet with President Trump today, and some are planning to press more information.
A lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up next, Ørsted landowners will tell you why Fenwick Island's mayor thinks the company's latest acquisition is its ploy to continue pushing for alternative energy projects.
Also, Bayside battle for champion. We got to look at tonight's boys basketball matchup between Decatur and Cambridge South Dorchester.
And Salisbury touts trees will tell you how one environmental planner thinks bringing more trees to the city will improve more than just the beauty of the area. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
5:38 on this chilly Tuesday morning. Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury. Dry roads, good visibility out there. 35. We're in the 30s and 40s area-wide. We're not looking at any frost or freezing temperatures as the winds are coming in out of the southwest, and those winds will warm us up nicely away from the coast today, as we're seeing a few clouds out there, but nothing in the way of precipitation. There are some showers well to our west, but they will dry up before they get here. Drivecast green light to and from work this morning. Dry dry and chilly. Good visibility. A few more clouds this afternoon. Maybe a little bit more in the way of breezes, but still looking pretty good. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone, another way to get your forecast. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico.
Bob, happening today for those who need food assistance. There's a mobile food pantry in Greenwood. The Food Bank of Delaware is hosting the pantry from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Greenwood United Methodist Church. And in order to participate, you'll need to bring proof that you live in Delaware.
Got a traffic alert for drivers in Salisbury. The city says Culver Road, this is from Willing Drive to Pemberton Drive, that will be closed now until Friday for maintenance. This is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that's while crews work there.
Salisbury may soon look a little bit greener.
Yeah, the city is receiving a grant, Lisa, to plant over 800 native trees across the city.
And the over $148,000 grant is from the Chesapeake Bay Trust. In addition to planting these hundreds of trees, the city has to register the planted trees with the state and submit progress reports.
I hope that it beautifies the city. I hope it's something that, citizens can appreciate because it'll make the city look pretty and it'll be good for the environment.
And if you know a neighborhood, park, or street that could use a few trees, the city says they are asking for input from the public.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Last year was the first time in over 3 decades for the Vikings. Cambridge South Dorchester became Bayside champions over the Stephen Decatur Seahawks 70-57. This year, same matchup, and the Seahawks look for revenge. The Stephen Decatur Seahawks with just an 8-year drought dating back to 2017, the last time and only time the Seahawks hoisted a trophy. This year, the focus is on David Chandler, averaging 19.5 points per game, and his supporting cast has had next man up mentality all year long. As for the Cambridge South Dorchester Vikings, they look to go back-to-back, and head coach Sean Tucker says the difference is you are good if you win once. You are great if you keep it consistent. Tip-off of the rematch tonight at 6:45 p.m. following the girls' game, only on the Delmarva Sports Network. Speaking of the Bayside, former Player of the Year and Y-High star Antoine Wilson is taking his talents to the Garden State. The former UMES and Weatherford College guard officially committed to Rider University in New Jersey. During Wilson's sophomore season at Weatherford, he started in 25 games while playing in 27. He's averaging 15 points, over 4.5 rebounds, and is shooting 45% from the floor this season. Congratulations to the former Delmarva star. That'll for sports. Have a great day, everybody.
And coming up tonight on DSN, you just heard Kayla talk about it at 5. We got live coverage of the Bayside Conference Girls Basketball Championship game. That's when Y-High takes on Queen Anne's. And then at 7, it's the Boys Championship between Decatur and Cambridge South Dorchester, followed by the final score at 10:30.
Today in entertainment news, an update on an Oscars controversy and a film that takes a new look at homelessness. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Are you English?
No, I'm not English. Why?
No, because you are pretty.
Emilia Perez received a leading 13 Oscar nominations, including a Best Actress nod for Carla Sofia Gascon, the first openly transgender actor nominated for an Academy Award. But offensive comments she posted years ago on social media caused controversy, and she's skipped several award shows. Now, however, a source tells CNN Gascon will attend Sunday's Oscars ceremony, though it's unclear whether she'll walk the red carpet or give interviews.
For many out on the streets with no address.
Hey, beautiful.
When the hope dies. It's hard to be found.
A variety of people experience homelessness in the drama No Address, inspired by true events. The cast includes Ashanti, Xander Berkeley, William Baldwin, Beverly D'Angelo, Lucas Jade Zuman, Isabella Ferreira, and Ty Pennington. No Address plays in theaters for 1 week beginning Thursday. Check fathomentertainment.com for locations and showtimes. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Looking at a quiet Tuesday morning, 41 in Dover on the Bay Health Camp. Just a few little clouds out there right now. A taste of spring on our Tuesday as temperatures soar into the 60s. Colder at the beaches, however, today. Remaining mild the next few days. Some showers Thursday and then a colder Friday. I'll have your forecast details in just 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanka Kia of Salisbury.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we're exploring a unique new community where beautiful homes meet a true sense of belonging. Then, in our great debate, we discuss if pineapple should really be on pizza. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Ordered now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
5:46, and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. And Bob, it's a better week to walk around outside, I think. Maybe it's going to feel like spring a little bit more soon. This is much better than last week. Yeah.
Don't have to bundle up so much.
No.
You put the mittens away, the scarves. You know, you still need that heavier jacket in the evenings and the mornings, but definitely signs of spring out there. Daylight saving, that's coming in 12 days. The clocks go ahead 1 hour. St. Patrick's Day, that's coming up in 19 days. I know Matt's not a fan of meteorological spring. That starts Saturday. But the first day of spring comes in about 23 days, and then Easter Sunday in 54. Hopefully the weather will be nice for all of these festivities. We'll have to see. I don't know if daylight saving is a festivity, moving the clocks ahead, but we'll go with it. For today, we're looking at sunny skies, warmer conditions, lower 60s, some clouds this afternoon, and then Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees above average. Right now, the average high is around 49, so we'll be above that really the next few days. 38 in Seaford now, 34 in Redden, 35 in Salisbury. We're above freezing, maybe a little bit of frost inland areas, 41 in Ocean City. Rehoboth 44, Bethany Beach at 43. Winds are coming in out of the southwest. We like to see that when we're talking about a milder day, and that's what we're expecting today. We're seeing just a few clouds now across Delmarva, not a big deal. A few rain showers across Pennsylvania, maybe into New York, and then those stretch back into the Ohio Valley. But I think this will dry up. This is a little system that will be moving through later today, just some cloud cover. I think the rain will dry up with that, and then slightly cooler air will be behind that as we go through time. So Futurecast this morning has us in the 30s to around 40 degrees, and then a quick warm up by mid-morning, 49 in Millsboro. But note how temperatures are lagging along the coast. It's going to be colder there today with 40s and 50s at the beaches, but inland 63 in Millsboro, 62 in Delmar, maybe even a little warmer in some places. Then we'll see some clouds later this afternoon with that system, not expecting any rain. And then temperatures through the overnight, we're looking at 42 or lower 40s around midnight, and then by tomorrow morning we're into the upper 30s, and then tomorrow will be another mild day, maybe not as mild as today with 40s and 50s late in the morning, upper 50s by about 12:30 tomorrow, inland areas, and colder at the beaches, maybe not this cold, but definitely cooler at the coast with 50s to around 60 at the beaches as we're looking at that milder southwest flow as we go through Thursday with highs into the 50s and 60s. But then we have that change as we go into Thursday. Not a big deal. Clouds increase and looking at some spring-like showers moving through Delmarva later in the afternoon. And then I think we will see a colder shot as we move into Friday as temperatures do drop and we'll see skies begin to clear out. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Up and down temperatures. It's a battle of the season. 62 today, 58 on Wednesday. Lots of sunshine. Then some showers Thursday. I think we'll see some sun as well. 62. Then only 50 on Friday. And then it's back to 61 on Saturday. And then really cold. Start of March is a mild Saturday, but colder Sunday and Monday with highs only in the lower 40s. And then we're back down pretty cold at night, way down into the 20s, especially by Monday morning.
Thank you, Bob. Danish power giant Ørsted wanted to build the Skipjack wind farm off of the Delaware coast before pressing pause on that project. That was about a year ago. Now, they are Sussex County property owners. Ørsted owns land in Harbison. This is at the intersection of Walker and Diamond Farm Road. The alternative energy company says it entered into agreement to buy this land in 2023. So, what will they do with it? Ørsted said, quote, any future plans for the property would be subject to federal and local permits, so not a lot there. Environmentalists, though, are not convinced. The land and 2 existing offshore wind farm leases mean Ørsted is going forward.
Certainly don't read it from our perspective as Ørsted's back on, everything's moving forward again.
And Fenwick Island Mayor Natalie Magdeburger, a longtime opponent to offshore wind, says she believes this could be an attempt by Ørsted to eventually bring power cables for those wind turbines onshore.
After sitting vacant for years, the future of a historic building in Dover may soon be changing. The Historic District Commission unanimously approved plans to redevelop the old post office on Lookerman Street and includes transforming the building into a 3-story mixed-use space featuring 36 apartments, restaurants, retail, and additional commercial spaces.
I think that it's great that we're going to be able to repurpose that site and part of that building. I think that putting it back on the tax rolls is really going to be beneficial, and it's going to be one of the catalysts for downtown redevelopment.
Next month, the Dover Planning Commission will take a look at the plan and decide whether to send it to the City Council for final approval.
Dry and chilly out the door this morning in Salisbury, 35 on the Spicer Brothers cam. We're in good shape there. And we're looking at up and down temperatures the next several days. Mild today and tomorrow. Some spring showers on Thursday. Cools down Friday. And then mild to start the weekend and then really cold after that. Kind of a chilly start to March. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Hoops happen on the Delmarva Sports Network. All the heart, hustle, and hometown pride. From tip-offs to buzzer-beating plays, don't miss a moment of the action. High school hoops all season long on DSN and DSN+.
Continuing coverage now of the U.S. measles outbreak. The number of cases continues to grow, with illnesses reported now in 8 states this year.
And the bulk of which have been in West Texas, where 90 cases have been identified since late January. Mandy Gaither has answers to some of the most common questions about measles.
It's one of the world's most contagious infectious diseases, and it's important to know the warning signs of measles. Early on, it can mimic a respiratory illness, causing a cough, red eyes, and extreme congestion. There may also be a high fever that may spike to more than 104 degrees. Typical measles cases also have a red splotchy rash that develops 3 to 5 days after symptoms start, and tiny white spots inside the mouth 2 to 3 days before symptoms begin. Experts say vaccination is the best protection.
For the vast majority of people, if you've gotten your measles shots, you should be protected. It should be something that works for life.
The vaccine is typically given to young children. Officials say the first dose, given between 12 and 15 months, is 93% effective against measles. The second dose, given around age 4 to 6, boosts that efficacy to 97%.
If you are living in an area where measles is circulating and you're worried about that, getting that second shot earlier is fine.
Despite the recent outbreak, experts say measles isn't becoming more severe. Before mass vaccinations, improvements in medical care were already lowering the death rate. However, before 1963, when vaccines weren't routinely given, there were between 400 and 500 people dying every year in the U.S. from measles. In 2015, there was 1 death, the most recent in the U.S. from the illness.
That's really what this vaccine is designed to prevent.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The U.S. Supreme Court will not hear arguments in a pair of appeals seeking to wipe out protest buffer zones around abortion clinics. The move will leave restrictions in place for now, and lower courts had tossed out both appeals based on a 2000 decision from the Supreme Court that upheld a similar buffer law in Colorado.
The new standards for labeling of food healthy, they've been pushed back. Late last year, the Food and Drug Administration updated the nutritional requirements for a product to be described as healthy on its packaging. The update was scheduled to go into effect today, but last month, President Donald Trump issued a pause on new rules, and as a result, the FDA says the new rule will start about 2 months from now on April 28th.
The time is now 5:57, and we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yeah, today's coastal pet of the day is a dog who's getting adjusted to coastal living. Right there on your screen, that's Chelsea, and she loves her new life and house in Longneck. Chelsea was submitted to us by John in Longneck.
We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That is where you will find the QR code at the top there. If you scan that, you can get your friends to us here, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is now 5:57, and we're going to get another quick look at your forecast because you may be wondering, what do I wear today?
Yeah, Bob, let's talk temperatures in the 50s.
Yeah, at 60s, away from the coast later on. Yeah, you definitely want to have the ability to peel off your clothes as you go through the day. Not all of them, but, to stay comfortable into the afternoon. We're looking at, I don't think we have any of those kind of beaches here. We're looking at upper 30s this morning and then warming through the 50s into the 60s as we go into the afternoon. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 62 today, a little cooler Wednesday, 58. Some spring showers Thursday, 62. Much cooler Friday, then the weekend. Mild Saturday, then sharply colder Sunday and Monday. Maybe another chance of showers as we head into next Wednesday and staying mild.
I got to follow that one up, Bob. All right, well, coming up in our next hour, Maryland math measures what the state's Board of Education is proposing to address failing scores. And more when Coast TV News Today continues.